Hello and welcome back to another video. Ignore the background. That box is pertaining to something that will come later. Today's video, maybe you'll be in this video. I don't know yet. Actually recorded this video before, but I kind of wanted to do it again, and I forgot something. I'm super smart, don't worry. I actually missed a couple things when I recorded this video the last time. So, anyways, this is the Porsche, the Sharper Image 2021. It was made in 2021, or licensed, I guess. Porsche Taycan Turbo S, licensed model, or model RC car model. This is a remote control electric vehicle. Obviously, almost all remote control cars are electric. I know there's a large slew of gas and nitro powered. I don't have access to those, but I do want to get it. So there's I watch some RC channels, and Johnny Q60, that V8 video that he posted yesterday or the day before, I don't remember. It was awesome. I want one mini V8. Anyways, this car, pretty cool car. I actually posted a teaser of this car on Twitter and in my Discord earlier today when I'm recording this. Technically yesterday. It's 12:30. Don't mind that. So this car, it goes for quite a bit on Amazon. I can check how much exactly right now. I'm sorry, this is something I should absolutely have. It goes for... It's not saying that. It's $60, $54.99 for this car. That is how much this car costs on Amazon. Now, I have qualms about this car. And now I'll get to them in a bit. But first, I got this car because of the gimmick. I know it's really bright. Let me tilt these down so maybe that works. Okay, you can still see me. So this is a faux charging station, and this is the actual charger. It's just a simple USB cord. This is nothing, but it does hold the charging head. I found that out after I made the previous video. It's adorable. I love it. The charging door on the car is right here. Can you like change the brightness thing? There it is, right there. You can see the little USB Type C. This door comes out kind of far. You see, kind of far, and then you plug the one end into a USB power source, and the other end goes directly into the car. And it kind of like, it snugs in there really well and fits. It'll just kind of sit there. It is like ridiculously huge for the scale of the car, but it's also kind of funny. So yeah. Again, it's really bright. There we go. Turn that way. I've got new lights. I got a new camera too. That's why I'm so clear. So yeah, there's that. It is two-wheel drive. The front wheels spin freely. You can see that. Okay, front wheels spin freely. Let me get this door back in place. This door is really tight. It's a very tight fit. High detail. The panels on the side do not line up. You can see that panel is very small compared to the charger panel. I don't really know why they don't line up, but they don't. The remote for it is very simple. And to turn it on, there is a button on the bottom of the car that you press in. Car's lights will begin to flash. And then you turn the remote, the center of the remote counter, or clockwise a quarter turn. There's two little dots that you can see right there. And it's, I'm going to turn the remote off before doing that because the car will start moving. I'll turn the car off too. But that's how you do that. You can also turn the remote on first. And you can see the light in there. See how it is slowly fading in and out? That is meaning it is looking for, it is waiting to pair. But the remote is a, you push up, it's like a controller, like a video game controller. Like more so than most RC cars, because it slides. It's really weird. I'm not in love with the controller. It's also very thin. Like, it is a thin controller. two AA batteries in here, and there's a built-in 3.7 volt, 600 milliamp hour battery in the car. Now, I will not talk about the teaser any more, but the car for $60, it's squirrely. I'm sure. What is that? What? Oh, that's over there. Oh, that's a sock. Yeah, that's the socks I toss on when my feet get cold. But fairly squirrely, seems quite fast. The steering radius is not fantastic. You can see it's not the greatest, but it's not bad. The trim adjustment is on the car, as is with most non-hobby level RC cars. Rear-wheel drive. Yeah, I can turn those, but it's, you know, you guys might be able to hear it doing its no, I guess not. Okay. LED lights in the front and rear. I believe they only light up when the car goes that direction. I'm not certain about that. But yeah, you guys will see more about that in the part where I actually record it, which hopefully will happen today. That's why I'm re-recording this. Anyways, I have a problem with this car. For $60, I expect a car to run out of the box, especially when it is a ready-to-run car. Now, of course, there are cars that you have to assemble. There are some cars that, you know, and I'll put a picture up here. Okay, that should have given me enough time to put the picture in, if I remembered. The car comes fully assembled. Mine did not work out of the box. Now, mind you, it turned on. I charged it, it turned on, and the controller turned on with the batteries, and it went forward and backwards. What it did not do was turn. So I opened it up. I ended up losing one screw. I'm missing a screw for it already. And I looked around the steering motor, and I didn't really notice anything wrong until earlier today, which I'll get to. I tapped on the motor, and it suddenly was able to steer. Like, I was holding the steering, and I was tapping around the motor, seeing maybe something's loose in there, just not lined up right. But I also wasn't hearing the engine wind up, which I don't know why I didn't think of that. But I tapped on the engine, and it came to life. The motor, engine. Yeah, I tapped on the front motor, and it came to life. Started steering. I drove it around the house for a little bit, and then I was showing it to a buddy of mine. He's probably watching. And I was telling him about the steering, and I was steering it, and it would randomly stop steering. And I tapped on the bottom, right where the motor is, you know, right about there. And I tapped it kind of hard, and it came back to life, and then it steered a couple times and did it again. The solders on the motors in this car are definitely the worst I've seen in an RC car that I haven't done myself. I don't really know how to solder, but I'm learning. But I simply took the wire in my fingers. That's all I did. And the one wire, and it broke off. I soldered it back on with an ancient Radio Shack solder gun that I have, and it works. By the way, that cord is powering the LEDs. That makes the top of the wall purplish. That's what you're seeing. I can turn this off. You can see all my fantastic LEDs lighting up the room. You guys can't see very well, but you know I can. So yeah, if you get this, I got it off of Amazon. If you get this Sharper Image Porsche Taycan Turbo, really anything from Sharper Image at this point, I'm gonna say. I mean, they make good stuff. They make pretty cool stuff. You know, I've had a car of theirs before that was a lot of fun. It was 4 giant wheels, and there was 2 cars, one on each side basically, and they were it was like front to back, and when it flipped over, it would go the other direction. The other car would obviously be the one driving forward. So it was great. It was an amusing little car, but test everything, obviously. Always be sure. So if it does not steer for you, definitely, you know, if you don't really know a lot about RC cars, solder and stuff like that, definitely return it. I didn't know it was the wire until earlier today when I accidentally broke the wire off by simply. I just pinched it in my fingers. I didn't pull it. I didn't yank it. I just boop, and it boop, and I was like, okay. So it sat on my desk open, and I decided to take a couple pictures, and then I soldered it back on, and I was like, oh look, I actually soldered, and it's actually a good solder. It's the best solder on the motors now. So yeah, I got some plans for this car. I hope you guys enjoy this next segment of driving that